Good morning, everyone. Oh, the weather's still nice in Zurich. Sadly, I cannot say the same for Gibraltar. So I'm a little early this morning. That's okay. That we don't mind. Right. So, do you know what? I'm actually going to close the... just get rid of that timer. I'm here now. Done with that. Alright, let me just try and grab you some meta from... yeah, the meta on the operational flight plan. So, here we are for Zurich. There we go. And, of course, the operational flight plan. Yakovich, you're also going to attempt VATSIM. Excellent. The controller was online a little bit ago. I think he's disappeared now, which is okay. So there's the operational flight plan. Planning runway 34 departure, the Vebit 3 Hotel departure route. Alright, so for those of you that are wondering about the approach, yeah, Gibraltar's not got nice weather at the moment. It is very windy. It is just within minimums. I think it's gusting something like 34, I think it is. Maximum we can take is 38, but there's terrible updrafts and downdrafts circling the rock of Gibraltar, so we'll see what happens when we get there. Who knows, it might actually die down before we get there. So that's okay. Yakovich, I'm stand 19, stand 19. MFS pilot, no problem, mate. Catch you another time. Alright, let's start getting prepped, shall we? Oh, is that Nick? Is that Nick in front of me? Ah, very nice. Right, so let's get the batteries on. And we shall call for some ground power.
Zurich ground Airbus Golf, Echo Zulu Golf Sierra, could you please send a ground power
Good morning, Yorkshire Pud.
Airbus Golf, Echo Zulu Golf Sierra, the ground power unit is on the road.
Ground power unit's on its way. We could also get some catering and baggage service, shall we? Are they knocking about?
Zulu Golf Sierra, could you please send the catering truck?
Airbus Golf, Echo Zulu Golf Sierra, the catering truck is on the road.
And don't forget our passengers' baggage.
Zurich
Don't forget your
ground
baggage,
Airbus
guys.
Golf,
We need to
Echo
get that
Zulu
as well.
Golf Sierra, could you please send the baggage?
Airbus Golf, Echo Zulu Golf Sierra, baggage is on the way.
There they are. They're starting to do what they need to do. Alright, so the jetway is already connected, so our passengers can start to board in a moment. Let's get that external power on, shall we? Doing yet their default voices for Microsoft Flight Sim.
Cabin crew, we're ready to start boarding the aircraft now, so you can go ahead, open the doors. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, start getting some signs on. We're not done with refueling yet, so we'll leave the fuel tanks, the fuel pumps off. Let's just come down and start setting the rest of the instrument panels up. And we've just got our 3 clicks as well, so we can now do our APU tests and fire tests. Engine 1. Engine 2. Good morning, Nick. And the APU. All running beautifully. Oh, Nick, it looks like someone's trying to mate with you. Easyjet and British Airways. Easy Airways. Whoever's just spawned into Nick, if you're on the channel, please vacate to the next parking stand over. There we go. Alright, let's just come down to the pedestal. Set everything up here. All looks fine to me. select the Unicom frequency 122.8 so we can hear what's going off if anybody else is here at the airfield. Okay. QNH here is I've just given it you guys, haven't I? Where's that gone? Current QNH is 1036. Still lovely high pressure. 1036. Set on the standby, and now obviously set up here as well on the FCU. Flight director's coming on. Let's turn the brightness of those screens up as well, shall we? Okay, and turn up the PFD, turn down the first officer's displays. Just turn up the ECAMs as well. IRS alignment in 7 minutes.
Air Force 3187 established I-1 for Zurich.
Okay, so with no controllers online, I think they were using runway 14 to begin with, so he may have obviously planned for that. There's no ATC online at the moment. We can look at runway 34. I do need to, however, just check on VATSIM and make sure we've got nobody else coming in. If there is, then I might need to have a quick rethink.
Shipwreck 42393, in holding point runway 10, ready for departure.
So as I can tell at the moment, we've just got the one aircraft coming in. He will have landed well before we next go out, so that's fine. Good morning, HD. Alright, let me get some fuel and some passenger weights set up in here. ATSU, AOC menu, init press, clear the scratch pad, init data request. There we go. Zurich to Gibraltar, estimated time en route 2 hours 21 minutes. And let's pop in our fuel. So block fuel is 6772, and that is correct. Let's get that loaded in. And passenger weights, 175 passengers today, 18.2 tons, that all matches up.
Zurich traffic,
175 passengers.
3187 on final runway 14 Zurich.
Zero fuel weight 59.2, that's all correct as well. So let's load those in. Current aircraft weight then is around 56 tons, and takeoff weight is just below 55.8, so happy with that. Now that fuel's all set and loaded in, let's get those cabin signs on and turn on the fuel pumps. Passengers are getting on board now. HD, I was wondering if you were going to mention that. So yes, our planned block is 7.2. However, the winds at Gibraltar are looking like a diversion to Malaga. So the alternate is planned as an extra ton, isn't it? Have I put the operational flight plan on here? Let's have a look. How much would you take extra, HD? It should normally give us the doesn't it normally give us enough fuel for a go-around, a second attempt and then diversion? Or is it just a go-around and straight diversion? I can't recall. Landing weight is, well, we're not that heavy anyway to begin with. In fact, our takeoff weight is, as I say, only about 65.8 tons. So we could probably up that.
Zurich traffic, Air Force 3187, vacating runway 14
We could probably take an extra ton of fuel.
Hotel 2.
To be fair, in this aircraft,
Air Force 2392.
that means we could probably divert to Stansted, given the fuel that this thing burns. Oh, fair enough. In that case, HD, you've just confirmed that another tool, another ton would be fine. Okay, so we can add that in. So instead of taking 6-7, we'll take 7-7. And then we're just going to reload, keeping it realistic. Let's get those fuel pumps back off. Seatbelt signs are coming off, just while I get refueled. And we can now take 7-7. Oh, just add a ton exactly, 7772. So let's get that reloaded. It's done instantly, of course. What would be quite nice would be better if it progressed slowly, but that's now instantly done, so we can get those signs back on. And HD, yeah, I'm kind of looking forward a little bit to seeing how the simulator gives us those winds, because what is it, gusting 34, something like that? The landing distance calculator is not yet up, HD. Not yet. At least I don't think it is. Let me just turn on the fly pad, but I'm almost certain it's not been merged yet. The diversion would only be to Malaga, which is about half an hour away. So performance, no, we've just got the top of descent calculator in there. Let me just pop in the username, and then I can get the sim brief information in there as well. So let's just link that, pull that in from sim brief. There we go. So what have we got? Gusting 36. Oh, we're getting close to the limit. Limit is 38. Alright, so now that's all set up. Iris alignment is complete. Let's come back down here and start punching the numbers in here. So, aircraft status. This is the last day the AirX cycle is valid. HD estimated landing weight now with an extra ton will be 62.3 tons.
3187 taxiing stand 13 via Juliet crossing runway 28.
62.3 tons. Okay, so init A, let's pull the information in. Let's uplink from our SimRe flight plan. That's all populated nicely. Let's get the alternate in. We may need it today. And flight number Easyjetsimpilot Alpha Mike. Cost index of 8. And cruising at flight level 370. Oh, that temperature's happy enough. However, I think we can now change that, can't we, just by doing it this way rather than having to key the whole thing in. There we go. Oh, then we're golden, HD. 1300 meters. What would be good is I'm going to have a look at that landing calculator and see if we can get a similar sort of results. Alright, so the flight plan. Departing Zurich, runway 34. And it is the Vebit 3 Hotel. Departure. And there we go, let's get that inserted. And then in Gibraltar. Now, these are the only two arrivals it actually gives us. It doesn't allow us to input the visual. So the RNAV will be in, but we'll not actually be using the RNAV. One, because it doesn't work very well, and two, because I don't think EasyJet are allowed to use it via PIMOS, so that's correct. Insert that. So distance is 967 and we've got 977, so 10 miles out. We can change that if we need to. In fact, I think runway 28 would be preferable because it's not as long a taxi. Let's do that. So let's just change to runway runway 28, which means our new SID. Got to pull these in now from the charts. Will be the Vebit 3 Whiskey departure. Insert. Just let that populate. So the Vebit 3 Whiskey departure. Grab the charts for that. There we go. So the Vebit 3 Whiskey departure has us taking off straight and a left turn to Brego. Our initial climb is to 5,000 feet. So HD, can you check something for me? This is noise abatement 1 departure. However, as I discussed with you yesterday, reducing climb thrust is 2900. But noise abatement 1, then the acceleration would be 4400. I'll let you just ponder those numbers for me, see if we're anywhere accurate. In fact, runway elevation. What's the runway elevation for runway 28? Is it's 1416. 1416. So that's going to be about 3-4, isn't it? I've added an extra 1,000 to that. We'll come down to the takeoff performance in a moment. So I'm expecting it to be 2900 HD. I'm expecting 2900 and 41. Well, by these charts, 4420 or something like that. Something very close to that. But I'll let my PM work that out. All right. So the flight plan is in and coded. Let's just check what that looks like on the plan screen. Yep, so there's the departure that we're expecting. So a nice straight out departure and then all the way down over the south of France, Spain, down to the circle to land in Gibraltar. Thrust reduction 2900, and then is it about 440 for the acceleration HD? I think it's noise abatement 1. Radnav doesn't need anything keying in for this departure. If required, however, we can just put the Clotten VOR in, which is Kilo Lima Oscar. That's basically a VOR here at the airfield, for if we need to use raw data for whatever reason. Axel 4500. Fair enough. We'll get those punched in a moment then. So let's move then down to the init B page and check our fuel planning. So our zero fuel weight is, where's that gone? So zero fuel weight is 592 and center of gravity 30. Headwind, trip wind is tailwind of 9, so it's not a headwind at all, tailwind of 9. So fuel planning may suggest about 6-7. We've taken that extra fuel on board. HD if you want to. To be fair, I calculated the Axel at 4400, so there's only 100 off there, so I'm quite happy to use yours, obviously. But yeah, the 2900 is the same, so that's good. Let's see what the aircraft calculates. So it says a block fuel of 6.1. We're actually going to take 7.7 with these winds that we're expecting. 7.7 tons. Let's get that in. So the takeoff weight now becomes 66.8, which means there's a performance change there. Let me enter those in. So 66.8 departing from runway 28, which gives us a flex temp with a current METAR of 59. Alpaca, good morning from Germany. Good to have you on board. Hope you're ready for a windy approach. Okay, so the alternate for some reason has only got 300 kilograms there. Let's go ahead and change that. So the alternate is at least a ton. That's more like it. About 25 minutes. And a ton of fuel for our diversion to Malaga, which we should really be considering with the winds that we have today. Okay, so that's init fuel and predictions sorted. Just have a look. On landing, estimated fuel on board will be 2.8 tons. So our landing weight then is fine. So the landing weight now would be around 60. Well, if the aircraft burned fuel exactly as the OFP suggests, it would be about 62.3 tons when we come into land. All right, let's have a look at our performance then. So we're going to be taking off here in Zurich. It's flaps 1. Transition altitude here is 6,500. Thrust reduction 2900, and the acceleration will set 4500. The flex calculation is 59. Oh, we might give it a go, HD. We're in a sim, have a bit of fun. Unless I completely bottle it on the first attempt and think I am not trying that again. Let's calculate these V-speeds, then we're about ready to start closing the cabin doors and pushing back. Okay, so we also... oh no, we don't. My original plan, we had a speed restriction. There's no speed restriction here, apart from the normal 250 knots below 10,000 feet. So we're good to go. Beautiful. Okay, so straight, nice, simple departure briefing. Weather is beautiful, high pressure, unlimited visibility. We're under the maximum landing weight, so we'll return here if we have any sort of problems. Nothing to report with it, in terms of the aircraft. Airbus A320. No times to report. Apart from the weather, there's at our destination nothing too significant. So the threats for departure, anyway, the threats, we've obviously got terrain around us a little bit. Our minimum safe altitude is 4,500 feet. Transition altitude 6,500 feet, and our initial climb altitude is 5,000 feet. Need to be aware that thrust reduction is 2,900, but acceleration not until 4,500. So there we go.
And speed up 464 is pushback and start.
So that's Nick pushing back in front of us. Everyone's now on board, I think. We're just ready to close the doors. Get the jetway in.
Skyway 5556 pushing back, facing east, gate 35.
Easyjetsimpilot will be pushing back for runway 28. Easy.
Been closed.
Now, do I let all these guys go ahead in front of me? That way you get to do your landings first. Oh, HD, that's a good point. So the climb clearance 5,000, only 500 above the accel. So the moment we hit 4500, then the aircraft's going to accelerate, and we don't want to bust the speed, the altitude constriction, do we? That's why we're glad you're here, HD. So there's Nick. If tell you what then, guys, I'll start pushing back. So Zurich traffic easy 34 Alpha Mike is pushing back stand 19 facing north. Correction, facing south, and they will taxi via Juliet Charlie 3 and hold at Hotel 3. Correction, scrap that. Easy 34 Alpha Mike pushing back stand 19 facing south, taxi into runway 28 via Juliet and Bravo. Don't know why I was looking at runway 32 then. Alright, so that's pushback clearance. Let's get our rotating beacon light on. Let's get those doors on.
Will be pushing back. We'll be taxiing behind the Easy 34 Alpha Mike via Juliet and Bravo.
Speedbird 940 pushing back from gate 7 with nose facing east.
We're not expecting any delays. We're going to get pushing back pretty soon. The guys on the ground have just popped the last of the luggage away, so if you can assist the cabin crew in getting yourself sat down, seatbelts on, everything fastened, and give them your full attention throughout the safety briefing, and we'll get going as soon as possible. Once again, thank you for choosing Easyjet, and we'll be choosing the flight.
So cockpit preparation is complete, signs are on auto, adheres are aligned nav. Fuel quantity is checked 7-7 and balanced. We'll now start the APU as they don't like lots of noise here at Zurich. Flight management guidance system is all set and coded. Altimeters set and cross-checked 1036. Windows and doors closed and armed. Rotating beacon light is now on. Mobile phone off. Parking brake on. So just wait for that APU to fire up. We'll disconnect external power and then back we shall go. APU is coming on now. Do they all forget them HD because of COVID? They want the air circulating over and over. Oh. That's good to know. Kieran, no, thrust reduction is a bit strange here at Zurich. They actually dictate that it is 2,900 feet, so thrust reduction. Okay, APU bleed on, disconnecting the external power. Okay, and we're good to start pushing back. So, parking brake released. Back we go. APU bleed is on. Engine mode, ignition, and starting engine 1. So we're essentially going to taxi down here, and there's our takeoff runway just in the background there.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors as we review the emergency procedures. There are 6 emergency exits on the aircraft. Take a minute to locate the one closest to you and note that it may be behind you. Count the number of rows to the exit. Should the cabin experience pressure loss, stay calm and listen for instructions from the cabin crew. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose like this, and pull the strap to tighten it. If you are traveling with children, make sure you put your own mask on first before helping others.
Easy156 will be pushing back after the 2 aircraft behind have started their taxiing and will be following the taxi route of the 2 aircraft in front.
Starting engine 2. Did everybody hear the PTU just then? In the cabin.
Make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety procedures on the card in the pocket in front of you. Thank you for your attention and we hope you enjoy the flight.
So though they're not modelled correctly yet, straight to the right, to the left of us now is the de-icing stands, if they were to be used. This tug driver's not doing a bad job at all, is he? Almost getting us bang on that line. Okay, engine 2 is stabilised and the pushback is about to be complete. Well done, Mr. Tug Driver. Spot on.
Zero traffic, Skyway
Setting parking brakes.
Taxiing runway 28 via Delta Hotel Bravo, holding short Bravo 1.
Okay, so both engines are stabilised. Engine mode selector can come off.
EasyJet will be taxiing behind
APU bleed off.
company Airbus A320 via
No anti-ice needed.
Bravo,
APU masters off. Ground
and
spoilers
then holding at
set.
Bravo 1.
Flaps 1. And centre of gravity is 29.5. We'll come down here and have a look at that. 29 and so 29.5%. Thank you very much for the donation there. I'm so sorry I can't pronounce your name. Okay, so pitch trim set and rudder trim is 0. After start checklist. Anti-ice is off. Ecom status is checked. Pitch trim 29.5 and rudder trim 0. We're now cleared to disconnect. Let the tug driver disappear. So back he goes. We'll just wait for the pushback to be clear. So we've got our taxi clearance. We'll just reconfirm that again. Easy 34 Alpha Mike taxiing to holding point Bravo 1 runway 28 via Juliet and Bravo.
Speedbird 464 taxiing to hold Bravo 1 by Hotel Bravo.
So just while we're waiting to make sure the tug driver is clear, let's just do our flight checks.
Via Juliet, then we'll taxi
Full
via
left,
Alpha
full
to
right,
holding point Alpha 1.
full up, full down, neutral, rudder, full right, full left, and neutral. Okay, let's release the parking brakes and we can start our taxi. So straight down here, not entering Charlie 3, 2 or 1. Straight down to the end and we'll take Bravo. So we're basically following the company EasyJet. Now we're rolling, we'll get a couple of things sorted. So we'll get the weather radars on, get auto brake on, ding the cabin crew,
Cabin crew, seat for takeoff, please.
HD, that's another one of the advanced things. Is it always by default on the wheel page while taxiing? So it's turning left onto Bravo now, right to the end.
Easy 156, taxiing to holding point Bravo 1 via Hotel Bravo.
Okay, well, no weather to worry about, so let's get the terrain radar turned on. So departure briefing, no change in the performance, engine out procedure, we'd return here, nothing wrong with coming back to Zurich in this weather. Departure matches what we have in the flight management guidance computer. 5,000 feet is the initial stop climb. We need to be wary of the thrust reduction at 2,900 feet, acceleration 4,500 feet, and we also have an initial climb clearance of 5,000 feet. So we don't want to bust that as soon as we've started accelerating. So we may, as there's no air traffic control online, we can probably just look to continue our climb. Put that wheel page on, ready to check our wheel temps, etc. Okay, so flight controls checked, briefing confirmed, flaps 1 configuration, FMA and takeoff data 133 blue, 138 magenta, climb nav blue, 5000 blue, 1FD2, flex temp 59. Okay, check those wheel temperatures, nothing wrong with those. Not entirely sure who's just flown straight through us. Okay. Zurich traffic, Easy 34 Alpha Mike is holding short at Bravo 1. Would the aircraft in front care to depart? How very rude.
In front, inside.
In front, inside, basically steamrolling over the top.
Traffic is Easyjetsimpilot is holding at holding point Alpha 1.
Oh well, whilst he departs. Alright, well whilst he departs we'll get our takeoff lineup, clearance, etc. and give that in a moment. So, the approach path, I've not heard anything on Unicom, then again I didn't know someone was about to run into me either. Let's get the lights on, strobe lights, runway turn off lights, taxi lights, takeoff lights, packs coming off for departure, anti-ice not required. So takeoff checklist below the line, cabin is secured for takeoff, engine mode select norm, TCAS, T-A-R-A, tilt above, packs are off, anti-ice is also off. Okay, so presumably now HD we can close the wheel page. I'll let you go through that with me. Let's get out of here, shall we? Easy 34 Alpha Mike lining up at Zurich runway 28.
Zurich traffic Easyjetsimpilot will be lining up on runway 28 after the company Airbus A320 will depart.
We'll line up after the second Easyjet. Obviously, they can give us the weather at Gibraltar. Speed level 44.
You're not daft, Nick, are you? You don't want to be first. Okay, so I can still see that traffic straight out in front of us. So just hold it for a moment. It looks like he's heading to the south. just going to hold that here for a moment. I think he will be clear, as I get the feeling he's doing his own thing anyway, to be honest. There was no radio communications via text or voice. Clearly all you guys are hearing me, so we're right. Okay then guys, let's depart. So takeoff, start the chrono, advance thrust 50% N1, and set flex temp. Man flex, SRS and runway. $80 knots.
100 knots. Check.
V1 and rotate.
Positive red line. Gear up.
So just watching that altitude, coming up on 2,900. Lower that nose and reduced climb thrust. Just watching that speed trend. Are we in the climb detent? Yes we are. Seems to have reduced speed an awful lot.
Search traffic is departing from 1828.
So maintaining 10 degrees pitch following the track line.
And Speedbird 464 is lining up behind the EasyJet, departing.
HD, do we still remain at 15 even after thrust reduction? Okay, so there's the acceleration kick in. Let's just watch the altitude. We'll have a proper debrief on that later, HD. Okay, so let's set flight level. Set flight level 190. Flaps up. Spoilers disarmed. 190 blue. Autopilot on and standard pressure. Packs coming back on.
Speedbird 940, you can line up after company aircraft when he goes.
And the aircraft now pitching up to bring that speed back to 250, because it's busted the 250 speed limit. So there's lesson one. We'll get the ruler out for that.
Speedbird 464 is rolling.
Bringing the pitch back down to 10 is not until acceleration. I did it at thrust reduction. And because the two are not the same for this departure, that's where the departure didn't go as planned. Anyway, now we look to be back on track.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now use your electronic devices. Rechargeable
Lights coming
battery
off.
packs are available for your smartphones and tablets at an additional super chats or super sticker cost. Please ask your cabin crew for more
And we'll set our
information.
cruise level, which is flight level 370. 370 blue. So passing 10,000 feet. Cabin can start doing as they do. Roll back the Q&H on the standby as well, which is taking forever to do with a mouse scroll wheel. There we are. Airports on the EFIS. Passing flight level 130. HD, that all makes good sense now. We've all learned something today, myself included. Let's see what we'll learn in a couple of hours when we attempt to land at Gibraltar. Thanks to the flypad, we can actually get an update on how those winds are doing. Gusting 36, wow. UK Aviation control post link for the fly-by-wire. You can either Google that, or hang on a sec. There's the link for fly-by-wire. If you're getting flights in 2020 today, then you must have a very good internet connection. It took me about 28 hours. Seatbelt signs coming off. Robin, hello from Germany.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign so you are free to move about the cabin. However, please note that we do recommend you fasten your seatbelts at all times when you are seated in case of turbulence. Thank you.
So cruising altitude 370 and the optimum 390, so that's fine. Chris, that is a great question. It depends whether they are a tower controller or an approach controller, or of course a ground controller. If it is an approach controller, you need to contact them before you enter their airspace. Chances are they may give you a different approach from the one that you're planning, so it's always worth sometimes as well dropping them a private message just to see what they want you to do. If it's a tower controller, don't contact them until you're established on the ILS, and obviously if it's a ground controller, don't contact them until you've vacated the runway. JJ Small Pigs, I wouldn't go as far as that. And many of the bugs are manageable as long as you know to anticipate them. "56 hours to download." Wow, I thought I was doing bad. Amrock, if you've got 350 quid to spend on a side stick, get the Thrustmaster Airbus. That is, of course, if you want to fly Airbus. If you're more of a general aviation or Boeing, of course, then a side stick's probably not much good to you. Passing, coming up on flight level 250 now. So let's just have a little look and see if we've got much air traffic control, if any, online for our journey. No, nothing at the moment. Strangely enough, the Seville is online. Is that Seville? No, Sevilla. Sevilla's online. Which I believe is also one of our alternates. JJ, I'm happy to report we've had minimal crash to desktops here, and any that I've had have been my own hardware fault. So, nothing to do with the simulator. Octavio, no, you don't need to apply any brakes, I don't think, when after you've departed. That'll happen manually. Automatically, not manually. So once again, with this beautiful weather, we're going to have amazing views as we fly over Europe. I think England must be getting some of the heat from Europe at the moment. I went out to walk the dog this morning and it was about 13 degrees. I've got a right sweat on. I'd put all my coat on, as you would expect to do here in England in February. Yakovic, you've just about to runway 28, you're a bit behind. That's not a bad thing. Remember, guys, Gibraltar is a very, very small airport. So, God knows where we're all expecting to actually land. JJ, why is data lost from the McDo when doing a normal flight plan reload? Simply because it's not yet coded in. And if you're using the fly-by-wire mod, then there's a lot of extra information in there which isn't designed yet to be saved. Poseidon, always for the real ops flights we do the experimental version. Always there's the experimental version. We'll just use the military apron. I'm sure they won't mind. Arts Movie, we've landed in Jakarta and we have departed in Jakarta as part of our long haul Monday flights a couple of weeks back. Cloud Viper, the stats on the top are coming as part of a streaming software I have. It's not usable in the flight simulator, so I can't actually see them. Yeah, Poseidon, remember that the experimental version, which is what I'm flying now, is the dev version. It is the dev version, just with custom fly-by-wire controls added. So basically, it's nowhere near as sensitive, and it's much more stable in flight. Passing flight level 320 in a moment. Whoa, that's big. Should we shrink that down a little bit? It's not like the Germans to want to retain control over anything, is it? Okay guys, so once we get to cruising altitude, I'm going to go and get myself a refill. We'll get one for you as well, HD. We'll go and get you a drink. And then I'll be on in the chat room with you for the duration of the flight until we obviously come to plan our landing in Gibraltar. Then I'll be back on the mic. Yeah, Yorkshire Pud, we want some nice visual skies in Gibraltar if possible. Current meta is actually, aside from the wind, it's broken 1,500, broken 4,500, but that's okay. Paul, you didn't know I could get rid of the cups. Oh yeah, once I've drunk it I throw it away. I'm going to go and get me and HD a refill. Not even got close to checking MDA just yet, but oh, why's my Navigraph crashed? Come on Navigraph, open up some charts for me. Everything's going against us for this arrival in Gibraltar, isn't it? I thought that'd be a nice flight to do. It's blooming windy and there's broken cloud. Was it broken or few? I think it... Let's have a look. My Navigraph charts have just crashed. Hang on. Let me reset that. Otherwise I'm going to be flapping around and not having a clue what we're doing. Which is only marginally different from most flights. Would be great one day if we can get the information on screen just here. That would be lovely. Alright, so while my Navigraph charts just load back up, here is our cruise altitude. Flight level 370. And cycle the ECAM pages. See what delights await for us on here. I always look forward to getting to the electrical page, of course. Generator 1's off, battery 1's off. APU's still on, allegedly. Oh, we've got no external power still connected. That's a shame. That always makes me chuckle. Hydraulics don't work. There's our fuel. And we're in Mac Alt Cruise. APU is off. Decent temperatures. Wheels nice and cold. Flight control computers all working. Wonderful. Right. So just before I do disappear to go and grab a drink. 19 minutes into the flight, we are direct to Nintu. And let's just bring up the operational flight plan. So direct Nintu, we should be there in about 4 minutes. So we're actually bang on time. So that's quite nice. Bang on time, and we've got 7 tons of fuel on board. We've got plenty. estimated it into as about 5 tons, but we took an extra ton just because of the weather that we've got. Fly-by-wire, good morning. We won't have any issues today. We're on the we're on the experimental. Right, my Navigraph charts have just fired back up. Or at least I'm saying they have. Oh, this is ridiculous. The Navigraph charts have actually stopped working on both my tablet, my second PC, which is very annoying. Fly-by-wire, yeah, the flight is going beautifully, and we've got great clear skies over Europe today, so we can just sit back and enjoy. Love those reflections on the rivers down there. Okay, so let me just close down my Navigraph because it's not wanting to play ball for me at the minute. Gordon, I'm not showing anything here, not on the streaming PC anyway. So if we did have a network outage, it would explain why my Navigraph doesn't work, but still appears to be working fine at the moment. Need to go and grab that cup of tea, guys. Fly-by-wire, that's good news. The fuel flow is it's just a pain at the moment with regards to fuel planning, because you know that technically you could probably circumnavigate the globe in this thing on max fuel at the moment. But yeah, at the moment we use, or I use, a fuel factor of -20 when programming in SimBrief, and just because it doesn't burn the right amount of fuel during the climb, it's still rather excessive. But then of course everybody else will ask about the other bugs, such as like the McDo and when you go direct or you can't delete waypoints, but that's not a fly-by-wire issue, that's the coding of the actual simulator itself, so there's a lot of stuff to try and get around there. So fly-by-wire can only do so much. They're working on it, but you've got to remember, guys, it's all for free, and they're all doing it in their own time. Now HD, that's a question I asked the team the other day to fly-by-wire, and it was obviously brought about with the issues after the last update, so when Flaps 1 gave a massive balloon. So what should happen for those that aren't aware is Flaps 1, you shouldn't really get any extra any lift at all, as it's just the slats that are deployed when in flight. But then when Flaps 2 are deployed, that's when you should get a little increase in lift. But at the moment, it's the opposite way around. Oh, Flyby, wow, that's great news. Working with Working Title to integrate their flight plan manager into the A320NX. That is excellent. That would be really exciting. Right, my Navigraph chart's working again now. I've just had to reboot one of the PCs here. Let's see if we can get that working. Oh, there we go. Right, so we're not doing the RNAV, so forget that. The minimum MDA is 920, I think. Unless HD, I'm looking in the wrong place. So everything working as it should at the moment. We're at cruising altitude, and our current ETA in Gibraltar is 13:14. So about 1 hour 45 minutes. So I'm now going to go and grab myself a refill. I'm going to leave you guys with the beautiful views of the simulator, and then I will be back with you in the chat room. HD, yeah, I was going on the SRA minimum. Like you say though, at the moment the cloud base was it 1500? I'll just double check, we can update that on the flypad. So gusting 36, that's not going to be fun, is it? And we've got temporary few clouds at 1500 and broken 1500. Start writing the debrief now. Debrief will state one attempt diverted to Malaga. Alright guys, I shall be back with you in the chat room shortly. I'm just going to go and grab a drink. Thanks for watching the takeoff. Hope you enjoy the cruise.
about to serve our lunch menu. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisle. If you would like to upgrade your meal to the premium package, please pay the cabin crew using stickers or super chats to help support the channel. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to serve a selection of alcoholic drinks including wine and locally sourced ales. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisle. This is a paid-for service, so please consider tipping the cabin crew and the channel using stickers or super chats. Thank you. gentlemen, we are about to serve our drinks selection, including tea, coffee and cold beverages. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisle. As this is a paid-for service, please consider tipping your cabin crew with stickers and super chats. Thank you.
Euro Control West on Monarch 047.
Station going to standby. Monarch 047, Euro Control West, to pass your message.
Monarch 047, I'll move you flight level 370.
Monarch 047, report your position.
Again, the next waypoint is Etrat.
Monarch 047, Euro Control West, radar contact. Maintain for level 370.
Roger, identified and we'll maintain flight level 370, 047.
Your Control West, follow Connect 22 Yankee Mike is flight level 370 inbound at Devon.
Madeira, climbing through flight level 180.
2 stations blocked again.
Euro Control 702 Papa overhead Pobar just north of Madeira, climbing through flight level 1900. Euro Control, good afternoon, 702 Papa overhead Pobar just north of Madeira, climbing through flight level 200.
702 Papa, Euro Control West, good afternoon, recycle squawk 0601. Sonic 22 Yankee Mike, Euro Control West, good afternoon, identified, route direct to Mockit.
At which point the cabin crew will start preparing the aircraft for our arrival, so if you can make sure the hands are getting there or any baggage. The seatbelt signs will also shortly be going on, so if you do need to use the toilets, please do so now.
Air Wing 47 Charlie, Euro Control West, good afternoon, identified. Climb flight level 330.
Operation, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Euro Control, Easy 34 Alpha Mike, flight level 370, requesting descent now to Pimos.
Air Wing 47 Charlie, I can't know if you're ready for descent unless you tell me so. When ready, descent flight level 230. 702 Papa, 406, yep, fantastic, got you identified, route Narta, climb flight level 360.
Okay guys, so I'm back with you. I'm just trying to get some clearance from ATC now that they're online, but I want to start that descent pretty soon.
702 Papa, go ahead with the readback. Okay, Monarch 1002, Euro Control West, good afternoon. Are you able for flight level 390?
Excellent, we'll take 390.
Thank you, Monarch 1002, climb flight level 390, direct Balan.
390 to Balan, Monarch 122.
Monarch 047, are you able for level 390?
So this guy's controlling a lot of aircraft and a lot of airspace. Euro Control, Easy 34 Alpha Mike, requesting descent now.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, Euro Control West, hello, descent flight level 250.
Descent flight level 250, Easy 34 Alpha Mike. Okay, and after 250 we'll be on Unicom, so he just wants us to get us out of his airspace, really. Okay, so descending now, 250, flight level 250 blue, open descent, throttle idle.
Mike, Euro Control West, good afternoon, visibility. Oh, correction, you're identified.
And we can start that descent, roll down the speed a little bit, and I'll talk us through our departure briefing as well in a moment.
Control West, hello, identified, able 390. Thank you, climb level 390.
Munich, best way to find real world flights is flight radar 24. Have a look on there, pick an aircraft.
Eurowings 47 Charlie monitoring Unicom 122 decimal 8. Bye-bye, have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Air Control 678 Juliet inbound off Tanker flight level 330.
All stations stand by.
Okay, so we've got the weather and the landing information. We know the weather is pretty rubbish. We've got a headwind straight down the runway, really, but it's a strong headwind. In fact, having a look at that, the gusts seem to have died down, but it's still 22 knots.
Your control west.
So that's still a strong headwind on the approach.
Maintain 330 678 Juliet.
Just checking, see if you need to update 09022, 09023, close enough.
Your control west, hello. Climate maintain 370.
Alright, so we're on our way down now towards Plymouth. So the flight management guidance computer is all programmed in. Landing elevation is 12 feet.
752, your control west, hello, squawk 1000. Squawk 1000.
Auto brake medium. Auto brake medium confirmed. We'll go through the arrival briefing then. So let me just bring out the VFR map. Zoom in a little bit. So essentially we go direct to Plymouth.
752, maintain flight level 400, proceed as well.
And then this little routing we've got here is actually the RNAV approach. We'll not be following that, but we can use it as a guide. We'll probably actually come in a little bit shorten the RNAV rather than going all the way out towards Bugov. And then it is essentially just a visual approach around here, not going over the land. We don't want to go over the land, we'll upset the Spanish authorities if we go over the land. To this approach point here called X-ray.
At flight 370.
And then we want to maintain about 1500 feet until X-ray, and then we continue our right hand turn and hope we don't get blown around too much.
Control Speedbird 940 with you flight level 350.
With you flight level 350. Speedbird 940, your control west, hello, squawk 06.
We'll keep the radar terrain on.
Squawk
We will need that.
0610, Speedbird 940.
So we're on our way down.
Skyways 5556, your control west, squawk 0611. 0611, Skyways 5556. Easy 854, your control west, maintain 370 until descent.
And Luke, welcome to the First Officers Club, my friend. Thank you for joining. Hope you're going to enjoy this approach.
Speedbird 940, squawk 0610, please.
So a reminder now, guys, you can join the Easyjetsimpilot channel if you wish for extra perks.
Yeah, control Speedbird.
Hit that join button and check those out for me.
370 down to 4000 Plymouth. Speedbird 464, your control west, squawk 0604.
So once we get past flight level 240,
0604, Speedbird 464.
then
Speedbird 940, maintain 350.
air traffic control will come off, I think.
Maintain 350, Speedbird 940.
Your control, good afternoon, Manston Air 405.
Just double checking that QNH 1029.
From Madeira.
Change that QNH now, 1
what station code is taken across the number?
9.
Manston Air 405. Mike Sierra Echo 405.
Mike Sierra Echo 405.
Cheers, HD.
Your control west, hello, squawk 0612.
0612 in the box, Manston Air 405.
Skywest 5556, your control west, maintain flight level 350.
So we're currently descending to flight level 250, and we want to be 7,000 feet at Plymouth. We're on our way.
Descending to 270 initially, Speedbird 464.
Your control, good afternoon, Speedbird 612 is inbound Volpay, descend to flight level 200.
Speedbird 62 Alpha, your control west, descend to flight level 280 initially.
We've got the Gibraltar VOR and VOR 1, and just in case things go wrong, because we can't put a secondary flight plan in just yet, doesn't yet work, we can't program a divert, so we may have to use some raw data for a while. We've also got the Malaga VOR in there.
With you at flight level 360 inbound Narta.
015 Papa, your control west, Hello, Squawk 1000.
Squawking 1000, 7015 Papa.
Mike Sierra Echo 405, climb to maintain for level 350.
Climb maintain level 350, Manston Air 405.
Flight Aviation, there is no crash animation in Microsoft Flight Simulator. No aircraft manufacturers wants to see their aircraft crash,
level 340.
whether it be a simulator or not.
Flight level 340, non-sound Manston Air 405.
Christian, good morning.
Victor 15 Papa, maintain for level 360, radio contact.
Maintain 360, 7015 Papa.
Go control, speedbird 940, request descent.
Speedbird 940, descent to level 280.
Down to 280, speedbird 940.
Easy is free for Alpha Mike, you're leaving my space, not for TTC, you come to take, bye-bye.
Over to you, Declan, thanks for the service. 3-4 Alpha Mike, bye-bye. Okay, right, so now we've got rid of ATC. You'll be able to hear me. So the missed approach, let's just go through the essentials. Obviously, big rock. The gusts seem to have calmed down, so that's good news. We've got a straight-on headwind at the moment for the final, which is better than a crosswind, I suppose. But the amount of wind turbulence that you get on this approach is bad. So we can expect updrafts and all sorts of rubbish as we cross over into the harbour area on approach. So I'm just going to show you this again in case you didn't hear it through with ATC talking over the top. Essentially, we're following almost this track line. This is actually the RNAV approach, which we're not doing. We're doing the visual approach, so we'll probably cut this short a little bit. But then essentially we're going to fly around here. Once we get to this X-ray point, we want to be at around 1,520 feet. And then from there, that is where we descend at about 650 feet per minute, all the way down whilst lining up and fighting the winds into Gibraltar. So the minimum safe altitude for this approach is 3,900 feet. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. So we're now actually going to continue that as we go down to 7,000 feet, and I'm going to set 1,600 feet VS confirmed, thrust idle, and 270 knots, flight level 070 blue, transition altitude, as I just say, is 6,000 feet. Missed approach, if we have a missed approach, we'll decide whether to go around again, but missed approach altitude is 4,000 feet, minimum descent altitude for the visual is 920 feet. There is some clouds at about 1,500 feet there, so hopefully they won't be in our way too much. Now, because we can't program a secondary flight plan or an alternate, we may have to use some raw data if we decide to go to Malaga, in which case, in the RadNav page, so the VOR one, that is programmed the Gibraltar VOR, so we've got some distances. Let's we can probably turn that on actually. Not populating just yet, which strangely enough I thought that would have done. I might just double check that frequency is 113.6. Yeah, I'm sure that will populate, but I don't think it's a very powerful VOR, and I think we need to be a little bit closer for that, so that's okay. And then we've actually got the Malaga VOR 117.15 in VOR 2, just in case we need it. If we do have to go to Malaga, then we'll have to plan an approach for runway 12 via the Mike Alpha Romeo VOR, and we want to be at 6,000 feet by that point. That's if we have to divert to Malaga. Let's hope not. Let's see if we can get her down, but we shall see. So let's start strapping those passengers in.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, we're now descending towards our destination. There's no delays ahead of us, so we should have you on ground very shortly. If you could please assist the cabin crew by past the window that you may have.
Oh, HD getting technical. TACAN. But we should still get a we should still get distance from it. Isn't that right, HD? I'm going to let you explain in detail the difference between TACAN and VOR.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to serve our drink selection, including tea, coffee and cold beverages. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisle.
Actually, HD, you just flagged something up which I briefed incorrectly. So it's 1,520 feet until 5 miles from the Gibraltar radar fix. The TACAN.
Please fasten your seatbelts as soon as possible. Thank you.
So yeah, it's 1,520 feet until 5 miles from there, and then we want to be at around 900 feet by the X-ray point. So we're about 55 miles from Pimos at the moment. I love that, HD. One's older, the other's even older. That would make sense, will it, given that it's a military airport? So we're actually going to fly straight over Malaga. We may be returning here soon. Now we landed at Malaga Airport not too long ago, didn't we? And that's quite a tricky landing as well, given the terrain that surrounds it. So let's hope these clouds are kind to us. They just don't want to be in the wrong place, do they? I'll be interesting to see as well if the flashing yellow buoy is there on the centre line as well. Want to be aligned with the buoy as we make our final right turn. Well, the winds are still strong, but the gusts appear to have stopped, so there is some good news. Oh, you're kidding me. Gibraltar approaches online. Right, okay. 1323. Sorry, 123. 3. One, 2, 3.3. I can tell the simulator's currently loading some scenery because my frame rate's just dropped. Right, let's just double check on the right frequency. 1, 2, 3.3. Gibraltar approach, easy 34 Alpha Mike, passing flight level 160, direct PMOS, descending flight level 070.
83. For Alpha Mike, Gibraltar radar, hello, expect RNC approach runway 09 after PMOS, and descend now to altitude 4,000 feet to QNH 1029.
Expect the RNC approach after PMOS QNH 1029 and just confirm the new altitude for Easy 34 Alpha Mike.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, descend altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend altitude 4,000, Easy 34 Alpha Mike. Okay, slight change of plan. However, the coding is actually still in the box, so that won't be too bad. So 4,000 feet now set, 4,000 blue, QNH 1029. Does mean I just need to pull up some other charts. Okay, so the RMP approach is actually the one that's coded in, but I will now double check it as we're going to have to fly that. So it is Bugov, Gibraltar 92. Let me just double check what this looks like on the plan, because some of these waypoint names are not the same. And looking at those, look at that flight level, 9,000 feet at Bugov. That's not correct. Do you know what? I'm going to ask if we can do the visual. We're going to have to HD.
EV34 Alpha Mike, Squawk 3002.
Squawk 3002 for Easy34 Alpha Mike. And is there a possibility of the SRA visual for runway 09?
EV34 Alpha Mike. I am new to this radar position, so I'll give it a go. So expect to spend this radar approach for runway 09, terminated becoming a visual.
That'd be great, thank you. The RMP coding in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 isn't up to scratch just yet.
No problem, neither am I.
We'll work through it together. Easy34 Alpha Mike, thanks. Just realised the transponder wasn't actually on. Oh well. Right. He's about to have a very busy day then, isn't he? If he's a new controller to this position, he's about to have a very busy day. Okay, so I'm going to get those lights on just now. I want to start the
Gibraltar approach.
configuring. HD, whilst you're away, I already tried putting Ripper in it. Unfortunately, it's not in the database.
For Gibraltar radar, hello, descend flight level 90 and expect runway 09. What approach would you like?
If possible, we will take the standby.
It's not in the database, so essentially I'm working at it's 9 miles from the Gibraltar TAC, isn't it?
Easyjet54,
what do you expect RNP approach after PMOS for 09?
Expect RNAV approach after PMOS, Easyjet54.
Oh, I can't even add a custom waypoint in. If he asks me to fly direct to it, then we're just going to have to hope his radar vectors are good.
Gibraltar approach, speedbird 464 is with you, just passing flight level 110. We're going down to 4,000 at PMOS.
Speedbird 464, Gibraltar radar, continue to 4,000 feet by PMOS, landing 09 as well, QNH 1029.
QNH 1029 we'll be doing the RNAV, Speedbird 464.
Everyone else is going for the RNAV. Watch the constraints, guys, the RNAV doesn't work. I've fallen foul of that before. Well, as long as he can point me in the general direction of Ripper, then we're coming up to 9 miles DME from Gibraltar, then we'll make the right hand turn. Heading 360 from Ripper. Well, I didn't know that. I've not actually put Navigraph onto the sim. I just didn't like the idea of another database coming in and conflicting with it. I know some people have had success with it though, haven't they? Okay, so I want to be configured nice and early for this. We don't exactly have much time to faff around in the final turn.
Easyjetsimpilot Alpha Mike, after Plymouth, fly heading 245 and descend altitude 2,500 feet.
After Plymouth, heading 245 and just confirm the altitude again, 34 Alpha Mike.
Easy 25 Alpha Mike, descent altitude 2,500 feet. Vectoring for surveillance radar approach runway 09, terminating at point X-ray. Your approach minima 920 feet.
245, they're heading after PMRs, descend altitude 2,500, MDA 920 and turn point X-ray. Easy 34 Alpha Mike. Do you think he's getting excited by this if it's one of the first times he's done it? They're turned up full again, HD.
854, descent altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1029.
Descent 6,000 feet, Easyjet54.
Chris, if they've got parachutes, I advise the passengers to use them now. Okay, so the TACAN's now giving us distances. We're 23 miles out. Should be over there somewhere. Covered by cloud, of course. Let's start slowing this aircraft down. So, performance, we're into the approach mode. Rolling those speeds back, and we're going to start configuring.
Gibraltar approach, speedbird 940's with you, passing flight level 100 for 4,000 for Plymouth.
Speedbird 940, Gibraltar radar, hello, descend, flight level 70.
Down to flight level 70, speedbird 940.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, we're tracking heading 245 now.
Easy 25 Alpha Mike, roger, brakes with a 940, it's landing 09, what approach type would you like?
Flaps 1, speed check. Flaps 1. HD, it's making me work. I always think these are a great idea. It's a great idea, this, until you actually have to do it.
Easy 854, is it too late for you to enter the hold at PMOS?
Say again, please.
Easy 854, are you able to enter the hold at PMOS or is it too late?
A bit too late, Easy 854.
Easy 854, no problem. Fly now, heading 220 degrees.
Fly heading 220 degrees, Easy 854. We will also try to couple our speed a little back so we can make a bit more distance. Easy 854.
Easy 854, thank you. Descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
Descend
Let's
altitude
just turn to
4,000
fly that
feet.
heading
Easy
245.
Roach, we've just lost our entire flight plan, so we're going to disconnect for now and see whether we can come back later. Speedbird 464.
Speedbird 464, roger, take care.
Gibraltar approach, Skyways 5556, descending through 8,000 feet for PMOS for the RMP 09.
Skyways 5556, Gibraltar radar identified, roger. And what level are you descending to?
4,000.
Skyways 5556, roger. Descend altitude 4,000 feet, the QNH 1029.
4,000 feet, 1029, Skyways 5556.
Okay, radio altimeter is alive.
Speed 180 knots or
Let's
less.
get flaps 2 down.
Roger, Easy 854.
Oh, I'm gutted for Nick. Wonder if we could have just flown visually. Mind you, it's not exactly the easiest approach to come and fly when you've got no reference, is there? I want to know what he keyed in now. I wonder if he's carrying on outside of the network. Alright guys, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm now actually recording the flight. So if all goes well, or bad, we can have a look at this later.
Speedbird 940, hold at PMOS.
Speedbird 940, hold at PMOS.
Speedbird 940, descent altitude 5,000 feet and check QNH 1029.
Down to 5,000, QNH 1029, Speedbird 940.
Easyjet54, turn left, heading 360 degrees.
We will turn left, heading 360 degrees, Easyjet54.
I could hear people screaming then. I thought it was the passengers. It's not, it's the kids upstairs. They must know what I'm doing. I hope Nick added fuel just in case of the in case he's now going around circling while he tries to reprogram his FMC. Sorry, FMGC. They're probably watching the stream from last night. Yeah, well, to be fair, the oldest might be. He's well into flying. Global, don't any of us work? Yeah, but
Easy34 Alpha Mike,
COVID
well
put a stop
right
to
to
that.
descent line. Do not acknowledge further instructions unless requested.
Okay, so we'll just hold this here.
Easy34 Alpha Mike, turn left heading 200 degrees.
Left heading 200 degrees. And it is a heading, so I'm going to stick with heading for now. Not entirely sure why.
Altitude 1,500 feet.
Descent altitude 1,500 feet, Easyjet54.
Nice that it doesn't ask us to actually repeat anything back, so we can just do the instruction and concentrate on that. Yeah, HD, probably. I did say we were tracking, but
Easy854, turn left.
you may not have listened.
245.
Left heading 245, Easyjet54.
Easy34 Alpha Mike, turn right heading 270 degrees.
So right heading 270 degrees now. And let's start configuring.
Skyways 5556.
So we're 9 miles out.
245.
Landing gear down.
245, Skyways 5556.
Easy34 Alpha Mike, contact the tower 132.6.
132.6, 35 Mike, bye bye. Didn't even know tower online. 132.6, this is where I need a PM to be sorting this out.
Easy854, resume your navigation to Golf Bravo 09.
Tower, that is the wrong frequency, it's 131.2.
Resume all navigation to Golf Bravo 09 or Easy854.
Easy854, confirm Golf Bravo 092 and cleared RNP approach for runway 0.
Gibraltar Tower, easy 34 Alpha Mike, 2,500 feet.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, turn right heading 010 degrees. And easy 34 Alpha Mike, 9 miles from touchdown, you're approaching the descent point. Descent will begin at 8.5 miles.
Roger, confirm right heading, please.
So right turn heading 0, make it 015.
Right heading 015, easy 34 Alpha Mike. Okay, landing gear is down, flaps 3.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, make the right turn 030 degrees.
Right turn 030, 34 Alpha Mike.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, you're 8.5 miles, begin descent now for a 3-degree glide path.
Starting descent now, easy 34 Alpha Mike. So we've still got those clouds in front of us.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, 6 miles from touchdown, altitude passing should be 1,800 feet.
Roger, 34 Alpha Mike. It's now getting fully configured, flaps full, dinging the cabin. He may bring us left again in a moment.
Easy 854, you're 4 miles from touchdown, runway 27, approaching 09, you're clear to land.
Okay, so I think we're all set. Cabin secure for landing. Auto thrust speed. Go around altitude is not set as autopilot is still on, but it is 4,000 feet.
Like 3.5 miles, altitude passing should be 1050 feet, runway 09, you're cleared to land, acknowledge.
Clear to land 09035 Mike. Okay, autopilot off. Missed approach altitude is now set.
Easy 854, contact.
ECAM memo landing no blue.
31.2.
131.2 for Easyjetsimpilot, bye bye. Gibraltar Tower, Easyjetsimpilot, inbound approach, RNAV for runway 09, right, 09, Easyjetsimpilot.
Easy 844, Gibraltar Tower, hello, runway 27, clear, accretion, continue approach.
$1,100.
Easy 854, runway 09, continue the approach, that's one arriving ahead.
Roger, we'll continue the approach for runway 09, Easyjetsimpilot.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike overhead, point X-ray, you visual with the runway.
Minimum.
Affirmative, 34 Alpha Mike.
Easy 854, check your gear, acknowledge.
Oh dear.
Gear is currently down, Easyjetsimpilot.
Brilliant.
Speedbird 940, turn right, heading 285.
Turn right, 285, Speedbird 940.
There's the runway, we'll begin that turn in a moment.
556, speed 160 knots.
160, Skyway 5556.
We're just going to hold that altitude because we have drifted a little bit too low. Oh, I wish those messages would do one when we're at this stage of a flight.
Gibraltar Tower advised Easyjetsimpilot may end up in go around. We are currently very close to our maximum wind.
Okay, roger.
Too white, too red. Let's get that centre line tracked. So, just see how that wind behaves as we enter the harbour area. Otherwise, not looking too bad. Just don't want to drop too much.
Tower advised Easyjetsimpilot have the approaching Easy Airbus A320 in sight.
Roger. 100, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Reverse is on. Reverse green.
1,500
Auto brake on.
Down to 1,500, Speedbird 940. Speedbird 940, resume navigation directed Golf
70 knots.
Bravo
Reverse off.
0902. Cleared RMP approach runway 09er, QNH 1029.
Disconnect the
All
auto brakes.
navigation to Golf Bravo 092. Speedbird
Let's just roll
940.
past that taxiway.
landing clearance.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Second tower, please.
Expect late landing clearance.
1428.
Roger, Easyjetsimpilot.
Currently the temperature is currently a very cold 0 degrees Celsius, or 32 Fahrenheit, so if you have a jacket or coat, you might want to put it on before exiting the aircraft.
Okay, let's vacate quickly. We have got an aircraft behind us.
Arrives at the gate. You are reminded to keep all electronic devices switched off until you have entered the airport terminal. Thank you.
Easy 844, correction 854, runway 09, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 09, Easyjetsimpilot.
And we'll hold this there and start to tidy the aircraft up while watching this landing. Okay, I would normally be configuring now and tidying up, but let's just watch our friend land.
5556, contact Gibraltar Tower 131.2.
131.2, goodbye.
He's down.
Gibraltar Tower, Skyway 5556 on the RNAV for runway 09.
Skyway 5556, Gibraltar Tower, hello. Continue approach runway 09, check your gear, acknowledge.
Continue approach, gear down. Skyway 5556.
Roger, break easy 34 Alpha Mike, welcome to Gibraltar, taxi stand 5.
Stand 5, 3 for Alpha Mike, thank you.
Speedbird 940, reduce now to your final approach speed. Reduced final approach speed, Speedbird 940.
So, stand 5 is the right-hand stand here in a moment. Pretty much where the blue tug is.
Skyway 5556, say again please.
No ATC speed restriction, break easy 854, welcome to Gibraltar, taxi stand 4.
Actually, it's just before the blue tug.
Skyway 5556, runway 2, correction 09, the surface wind 09 is 0 degrees at 22, gusting 32 knots, clear to land.
Those gusts are back.
Runway 09, Skyway 5556.
Is he going to have enough parking stands for us all? Parking brake set. Welcome to Gibraltar, guys.
940, contact Gibraltar Tower 131.2.
Okay, APU is running. We can shut down engines 1
Speedbird 940,
and
contact
2.
Gibraltar Tower 131.2. Order Tower 131.2,
Ah, the
thank you
logbook's
very much,
coming up.
Speedbird 940.
Get rid of the logbook. Go away. Okay, so with engines off, rotating beacon come off, passenger signs can come off as well. We can connect the external power.
Cabin crew, safe to disarm the doors, thank you.
Okay.
Gibraltar Tower Speedbird 940 is with you. Speedbird 940, Gibraltar Tower, hello, continue approach runway 09, check gear.
Continue approach, gear down, Speedbird 940.
Thanks.
I'm guessing the gear down check then must be something that the Gibraltar Tower do, given how heavy the workload is. They don't want anyone landing without a gear. I sound a bit stressed. Yeah, well, I'm not going to lie. That is a very stressful approach. That is very, very stressful. Is that Digital that's just landing there behind us? Good work, Digital. Oh, is it a military thing why we get the call out? Oh, fantastic. Well, at least somebody's in the know. Alright guys, thank you very much for that. Please hit the like button. Don't disappear yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM. I'm going to see then if we can show a replay of that in a moment. And we can get some different views going as well. So, thanks to my friends that were flying on VATSIM. I'm now going to disconnect from VATSIM. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so now disconnected from VATSIM, which means I do lose my my travelling friends and travelling party. Well, let's just get rid of self-loading cargo as well. Goodbye passengers, they've all disappeared. I'm also just going to shut down the Fly Live banner, so that's gone as well. So let's see then if we can re-roll this replay. So let's load in the flight situation. See if this works. Now, because this is still, I think, still rather experimental, one of the things that tends to happen is the aircraft crashes. So at the moment, still trying to work out where on earth is our aeroplane. Oh, here we go. Let's get a little bit closer, shall we? Okay, let's roll. Now, I'm not sure what views we can use here. Oh, we can use custom views. Alright, so this is a bit more relaxing. I'm now watching as opposed to flying. So this is where we started to drop a little bit too soon. We should have been at about 900 feet at this point, and then holding 900 feet. I think, in fact, if we jump to the flight deck, what were we? We're about 800 feet at this point. So a little bit too low. HD, this is relaxing. I can't do anything about it now. This is done. I can't change the replay. Okay, so let's have a little look. We can enjoy a passenger view, or we can enjoy the nose plane view. I love that water. Lewis, yeah, it was all manual at this point. So we got a good pappy track at this point. Then we just again started to drop a little bit too low. And you did feel the winds a little bit, as we did expect to just those like updrafts and downdrafts giving you a little sensation. I'm really glad that I was flying the custom fly-by-wire build at this point. If it wasn't the custom fly-by-wire, then it could have gone much, much worse. And then we dropped here, but then we just managed to pull that flare back. And I can actually rewind that again, and we can have a little look at an external view. So if I just grab hold of this slider, can I do that while it's playing? No, so let me just pause that. Let's fast forward again. It's like a time lapse. Okay, so let me hit play again, and let's have a look outside this time, shall we? So, let's have a look and see if it records a decent enough flare, but we know from experience here in Gibraltar, we just want to touch down.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Nice that the replay also records the things like the surface movements, the spoilers going up, stuff like that. So if I just get back in the flight deck, final view for this. Rewind this. Paul, you started sweating. Let's have a look at what our passengers made of it then. Which side should we look at? Should we look out over the harbour as we come into land? We've obviously got the harbour side, or we've got the mainland side. Okay then guys, hope you all enjoyed that. I don't know if there's a stream tonight, I'm afraid that is to be decided, so please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell. If there's a live stream tonight, you will be the first to know.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
And if we look back, are those spoilers up? Yeah, there they are. HD, you want a tower view? Do you know what? I think we can actually do that. Let's try it. I'm having fun exploring this new program. So, let me just get back into the... Right. So, if we just set this to about here. And then I can probably just move the drone camera. Might have to just speed up the drone camera movement up. There we go. So we'll zoom ahead, zoom on over ahead here. And then I think we have to undock the camera from the aircraft. So we'll pop it somewhere near here. We don't want it inside the tower. Oh, trying to get these controls. There we go, that'll do. Right, so drone follow mode. Turn that off. And now hit the play button. So here we go. We can just see the aircraft coming in to view now with the lights on. Just on the horizon.
300. 200.
Still hearing the call out. Can we zoom in?
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
There we go. And all the traffic on the road is stopped, thank goodness. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much to everyone who watched the flight. Thank you to all the subscribers of the channel. Thank you to all those that have contributed via Super Chats, PayPal stickers, PayPal chats rather, and super stickers. Those that have joined the channel as well, please check that out. You can now join the Easyjetsimpilot channel. Turn on the notifications as well for the subscribers, and you'll be the first to know when the next live stream begins. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Please hit that like button before you disappear as well. That'd be great if you could. And I look forward to seeing you all next time. Thanks very much, and I shall see you all again very soon. Bye bye for now.